Now for the game of the week. How do we know it's the game of the week? Well, if ESPN College Game Day is going to your game, you know it's the game of the week. Iowa taking on number 5 Penn State in Happy Valley. Iowa's won 6 of the last 7 versus the Nittany Lions. And Nittany Lions, I mean, they're number 5 in the nation, but their rushing game isn't indicating to me that they deserve to be ranked number 5. They're only averaging 137 yards per game. They're averaging about 3 yards a rush.
Powerhouses like Temple.
Yeah, against Temple and Syracuse and
Akron.
Akron.
That mighty defense of Akron.
That's right.
Just got blown out by Indiana.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
That's a tough blow.
now the Hawkeyes, who've been tested against Arizona, against Iowa State, and against the best team in 1AA, you and I have to travel into Happy Valley. I mean, there's not a lot of
bias.
Yeah, not a lot of, but there are not a lot of other teams that have already played 2 BCS conference opponents and have beaten them.
true.
I mean, I know Iowa State, but still,
Iowa State
they're
beat
a
Penn
Big
State
12
this
team.
past week too.
Yeah.
So
Well, too.
Yeah,
They
they
did.
beat them good. On the road, they snapped their 17-game road losing streak. Okay, Mike, give me your keys to the game. And I know you picked Penn State to win the Big Ten earlier this year. So who do you
I'll
got
give
to
you
win
my
this
keys
game?
and then the winner.
Okay.
The key for me, the last couple weeks I've been big on the defense, and the defense has got to step up. We know they're going to step up. Defense is going to step up and play well, keep us in the game. The key, Ricky Stanzi needs to come out and not turn the ball over. If he comes out and puts a full game together, we're going to have a great chance to win. We've got 2 guys in the backfield that they're not going to run over everybody. They're not going to run for 200 yards, but together we can have a legitimate running game. And as we've seen, our receivers have improved week by week. DJK might not be in this game. We'll have to see. Tony Moyaki may be out as well. But we've got other receivers that can come in. Marvick McNutt's had a great game. Sandeman had some great catches in the first drive. So Ricky Stanzi, connecting with the receivers, being smart, not turning the ball over is the key. I'm going to be a homer. The Hawkeyes are going to win this game 20-17. Mr. Murray, again, maybe not as the clock runs out, but towards the end, kicks what will be the game-winning field goal in front of 108,000 fans and send them home. Hawkeyes win.
Jordan.
I'm going to say that the key to the game, again, like Mike said, we know the defense is going to be there. You mentioned Penn State's running game has struggled. I kind of called them out on that at the beginning of the season, saying that Evan Royster especially was able to have such a successful season last year because of the fact that Darryl Clark had probably 3 of the top receivers in the Big Ten to throw to. That helped open up the running game for Royster. It also helped out Darryl Clark a lot. You mentioned Darryl Clark has not had to face a tough defense yet either, and neither has Evan Royster, and he has struggled. I think that they will have, again, another difficult time getting things going. I think the Iowa defense steps up. Our key to the game on offense, get the running backs going early. Ricky Stanzi does not make nearly as many mistakes once that running game gets going. You could ask him about it. He'll tell you. Once the running game's moving, you could even look at the numbers. The mistakes are eliminated. If he can get going, if we can get the running game going, I also think we really need to utilize the tight end maybe a little more than we have already this season. Whether it's Moyaki or Reisner or Herman, I mean, we need Alan Reisner, probably the best backup tight end in the Big Ten. If we get him going as well, if Moyaki doesn't play, once we get the tight ends going, those are the passes we'll get a first down on. We'll keep the chains moving. Running game, that tight ends, that's kind of Ricky's comfort zone, I think, throwing to that tight end to get a first down. I think if we can get those aspects of our offense going, that'll open up things for the receivers and for Ricky as well. And we'll throw down another upset, and it'll be 7 out of 8. I think maybe 23-17, Iowa.
Well, Mike, you called yourself a homer. I'm a homer, too. I mean, I
Really?
picked Iowa to win the
You
Big
sure
Ten.
about that, Alex?
I got to pick them here. Key to the game, and I know I always pick the most general keys to the game, but it's getting touchdowns in the red zone instead of field goals, and especially in this game. We saw Syracuse got in the red zone, I mean, not the red zone, but within the 35-yard line numerous times and not be able to come up with anything. But wait, Iowa's coming to town, and I know Syracuse beat Northwestern, but Iowa's a lot better. And you know what? Penn State struggled with the mighty Temple's defensive line. I mean, Penn State struggled with them.
Didn't they almost become
Now
an
Iowa's
FCS
coming.
team a few years
Iowa's
ago?
coming, and there's going to be a lot more struggle with Iowa's defensive line than there was with Temple's. Iowa's going to come in. They're going to smack them in the face, and they're going to win by 10 points, 30-20.
Wow.
You heard it here.
Wow.
Ryan Donahue's going to have another big game. He's going to pin him in awful field position. They'll get a couple big plays because they do got good playmakers. I mean, Darryl Clark's a great quarterback. Royster's a great running back. But when you don't have a good passing game to fall back on, we all know that you're going to have to lean on that running game. And that Hawkeye defense will be ready. Should we pick Tyler Sash to have another interception?
Sure.
Let's do
Another
it.
a big one.
You know what I think,
Maybe he'll
guys?
take it to the end zone this time.
Here's what I think. Chris Fowler, Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit. We should be doing game day.
We should be.
Give me the Hawkeye.
Let's go Hawkeyes. Let's go
Hawkeye
Hawkeyes.
hat. Give it to me.
If you got any comments, our email is uiowaist@gmail.com. We didn't have a big head to put on, so I had to do that. But
If we beat Penn State, maybe I'll wear it next week if we can find one.
maybe.
I will do it.
Email us if you got access to a herky head. So for Mike Rabin, Jordan Loprena, I'm Alex Solsma. Good night. Go Hawks. What should I say?